Happy Sunday night, everybody. It's Chris the Batman Statue Collector. I wasn't sure if I was going to do a live stream, but felt like I needed to do one. How's everybody doing? Hopefully your weekend has gone well. Again, it's always a bummer when it's Sunday night already. But it is what it is. Glad to be here with you guys. And again, these are always shows where you guys get to run the show, basically. Whatever you want to talk about, we'll talk about here on the show. And right off the bat, I do want to let everybody know that there is going to be a Rogues Gallery this week with Chad from Tweeterhead. So I'm looking forward to that. So I think that's most of the news that I have for you guys. Obviously, my Chiefs lost today. Dear. Oh, they haven't been playing very great, but that's all right. So anyway, what's going on with you guys? Happy Sunday night. We've got our main man, Josh, in the house. Sup, nerds? Happy Sunday. I figured you would probably be popping in, sir. How's it going? Cobra Edits says, hey, Chris, watching from Wyoming. Any thoughts on Mike Tyson's last time ever in the ring? The crazy thing is, though, is he said he wants to keep going. He wants to do a few more of these. So I actually tried to watch the fight. I have Netflix, and so I was trying to watch the fight. And I just kept getting the wheel of doom, it just was awful. So I just gave up. I just went to bed. I just watched kind of the highlights the next morning, and I'm glad I didn't stay up because it was pretty brutal. I do feel like it was a show. I feel like it was definitely a show. I feel like there were times where Mike held back. He could have just nailed him in the first round. And then, I mean, again, it was just an exhibition. It was a show. So will we see him again? I don't know. We'll see. Henry, hello, Chris. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. I have been working hard this week. But I'm exhausted. I'm just exhausted. I've been trying to keep my energy up. But yeah, I'm ready for a break. I'm ready for Thanksgiving break. Sunday nights rule because of the hangout. Well, I appreciate that very much. Always love to hear that. Justin says, my Lions have the same record as your Chiefs. There you go. Yeah, I was going to say there's been definitely some good teams this year, and man, Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, they're a fantastic team. And we just haven't been playing up to our caliber. I just kind of thought going into this one, this was probably the one we're going to lose. Sorry about them Chiefs, but my Packers won. Well, there you go. Congratulations to your Packers. Watching says hello. Hello to you. Ben Cave, what's up, Chris? Can you speak a little on ordering from Prime One directly? Will be my first time doing so for the Ross piece. Economy shipping versus regular anything else. So yes, I order almost all of my Prime One directly through Prime One. I used to order through Sideshow. Couple of different reasons. Number one, you avoid the tax. So if you order through Sideshow, you pay shipping, which can sometimes be a little bit less, but you do have to pay a big amount of tax. And you just have to do the math, whatever works better for you in terms of, you have to calculate tax, shipping, potential import fees, those sort of things. But I almost always order direct from Prime One at this point. I find that I get it a little quicker. I usually do the longer shipping. I find it's usually a month or so later than everybody else getting it. But it's so much cheaper to do the boat shipping. If you do the quicker shipping, it's by air, and you usually get it within a week. So it's really just depends on how quickly you want to get something. Like for me, I want to get things in quickly because I want to be, able to review them quickly on the channel. But at this point, I'm not even bothering with that. I'm just getting it when I get it. And because I know you guys are going to be there to watch. So again, it's just an amazing community, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. Justin Racklin says, hello all. Thank you for being here, Justin. The women's fight was the real main event. I actually haven't watched that, but that's what I've heard. So I actually probably need to go back and watch it because I heard it was very good. I'm not much of a boxing guy, but I do appreciate it for what it is. And just, amazing athletes. Kim in the house. Hello to Kim. How's it going? Hope you're having a great weekend, everybody. Like I said, Derek Hodges saw the video in regards to the 1/3 freeze bust. Any idea when the pre-order will take place? I'm trying to remember what Chad said. I think it will be very soon. And I believe Chad's sending me the painted prototype. So you guys will get to see it here on the channel. Oops, skipping around. But the Ravens lost again, so that helps. Yes, that's true. Not a big Ravens guy, so that's all right. By the way, don't know if you talk politics at all on this channel, but if yes, what are your thoughts on the presidential decision? I definitely have my thoughts and opinions on everything, but I don't want to go there. Like people don't come here to talk politics. They come here to talk collectibles and get away from all that. So, I am somebody that definitely just goes with the flow. Like it is what it is. There's always good and bad with everything, but I don't talk politics here. At least I try not to. By air, you might have to pay extra fees to customs. Thank you very much, Fatal, for bringing that up. So I've had it. That's happened to me twice, where I had to pay an import fee, and it was like $90. So I don't know what dictates that happening. I think certain policies at times. I can't remember the last time that I had to pay that though. So I feel like it was very few and far between. So we'll see. Watching says, damn, Chris, you're probably the one that got me into these statues. You're still waiting on that Prime 189. Batman got mine a while ago. Yeah, mine is still. Let's just do a little Prime 1 Studio shipping check because mine has shipped. It is on the slow boat. So let me log in really quick and I'll give you guys an update live here on the channel. Right now, I've got 2 other pre-orders with Prime 1. The Batman versus Killer Croc and the Ultimate Premium Dark Knight Master Race, which I'm actually considering canceling at this time. So we'll see. All right, let me get my tracking number real quick and see if they've updated it at all. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, nothing yet. Nothing yet. I'm assuming I'll have it sometime in December, possibly, but we'll see. Paula in the house, our resident Harley Quinn lover. This is for you, Paula. I kid, of course. Haven't framed her yet, but I can just put her back up here just so you guys. It'll be a constant reminder for Paula. I'm going to get so much crap from her now. The name says, happy Sunday, all. Thank you again to all of our members that are showing up tonight. Appreciate it. And good evening to you, Fatal. Nerd Without Order says, sup, nerds? Hey, Chris, any updates coming up on the Grundy fan poll reveal and pre-order? So I have seen some initial sketches of Grundy, and I liked what I saw. He provided me I think 5 or 6 drawings, and he wanted my opinion, just kind of like the pose and which ones I like. So I know it's in the process. I don't know when it will be shown. I'm guessing sometime into this year, I'm hoping, but we'll see. I don't know if they've gotten to the render, the ZBrush stage or not. So I guess we'll see. Steelers. Yeah, Steelers look good today. Batman Collector, I'm really surprised we still don't have the Sideshow Riddler pre-order. I am too. I can't believe that they didn't want to catch on the hype of all of that because there was a lot of excitement. I would assume it's going to be before Christmas, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. Derek Hodges, any thoughts on the Joker Murray Franklin diorama pricing? Kind of ridiculous. What was it, $250? Something like that for kind of a toy play set. I know I saw some other people getting kind of upset about that. That's not something that I'm getting or would buy. But yeah, pricing through and through, it's just it's just overly done. It's just crazy. I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Ridiculous, maybe, is that's the word I'm trying to pull out of my head here. I'm sorry. I'm getting tired. Obviously, it's my Sunday night, so I'm already stumbling. That's not a good sign 10 minutes in. Paula, the Steelers are my second favorite team. Ravens are number 1. If we had to lose to anybody, I was glad it was the Steelers. It's like those teams, you always hate the other teams that are good. Steelers are always good. Ravens are always good. So it's there's always that love-hate and appreciation for the athletes on the teams. But I know that both of those teams have given my Chiefs some hell over the years. I hope Tweeterhead or Sideshow does a punchline at some point. I'm actually pretty amazed that they haven't. But I think that this is probably the best time right now because obviously showing that Man Bat, it really goes to show you what Sideshow has in mind. And I think that they're going to go pretty hardcore into the Batman characters. Hello to Kenneth. It's good to see you. Hey, Chris, what is your best painted statue you have seen or have in your collection? Man, best painted. I don't know. Like, I don't really know. You know, anytime you get like something like the Killer Croc or somebody with like a lot of layers of like texturing and colors, I think that that's always impressive. But, you know, Batman's pretty boring in terms of paint. Catwoman's pretty boring in terms of paint. So I think of the characters that are a little bit more vibrant. But I don't really know if there's my best painted. I really don't know. I'd have to really think about that. I think also you have to consider like fleshed skin tones, like how are they painted to make them look real? And I think Prime 1 usually is the top at that. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that. It's a great question. Oh, Paula. Yeah. I know. I love you too. I know. Sup, Chris? Looking forward to the new pieces Prime 1 will put up before year is over for my gaming line. Then the wait for Mr. Freeze and Riddler. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a little bit nervous about the pricing on those, but again, I feel like all the companies are really targeting the hardcore collectors. But like, how many are left? Like, even the hardcore. Like, I'm a hardcore collector, but I'm slowing down. I'm slowing way down. Like, there's a lot of interest lost because they've just price gouged us to death, and so it's like it's hard to get excited about some of this stuff, especially in terms of price. But you know, I'm still excited about that freeze. I still want to see the Riddler. The Riddler's not a guarantee buy. It probably will be, but I don't know. I just don't know at this point. Let's see. Good evening, everyone. Hope you are all doing well. Thank you. We got the Superman with a whole bunch of twos. As thanks for reaching out. Also, when the heck is Sideshow putting up Riddler for pre-order? Again, I don't know. I would assume before Christmas. Paul just left the chat. So, yeah, I'm assuming you meant Paula. I have 3 Steelers jerseys to 1 Ravens jersey, so I'm almost there. There you go. Crisp. There you go. It's so fun. The Namic in the house. Any idea of the scale and price of the Queen Studio Joker? No. I would assume it's going to be really reasonably priced. I just have a feeling. I don't have any inside information on that yet, but again, just a guess. But that's a really cool Joker. I really like it. I did just sell my Joker, my Sideshow Joker yesterday. And the freeze might be selling. I'm not exactly sure. Still have Harley available and the Catwoman available. So anyway, what's the ETA on the Ross Prime 1 pre-orders? Again, no information. I would assume, again, you would want to capitalize on that excitement from the show. We never know the rhymes and reasons of these companies. Sometimes, as we've talked ad nauseum over the last 8 years, man. So yeah, I was going to say our anniversary, our eight-year anniversary, guys, is on the 20th. So pretty crazy, right? 8 years of the Batman Statue Collector channel and community. But we've talked a lot over those years that it's crazy sometimes where you would think a company would want to be ready when the hype is high. And then sometimes they wait a year or whatever. It's like, I just don't get it. Chris, any idea when Tweeterhead will have the Batman variants up for pre-order? Will they be available in 1/4 as well? So I don't know for sure. Hopefully we'll get some clarification on that from Chad on Wednesday. Again, he is going to be on Rogues Gallery Live. We are going to have 2 back-to-back Rogues. We had it last week. This will probably be a shorter show because we do have Thanksgiving week off. A lot of people are traveling. A lot of people are to and fro. And so that is what it is. But hopefully we'll be able to find out for sure. I know that the one that's limited to 100, which was the black version, that's going to be just the 6 scale. Okay. But I don't know for sure about the blue variant. I would imagine just 6 scale, but I'm not sure. Eric S. in the house, Brotherhood member. Thank you for being here, my friends. What's up, Chris? Just decompressing after my Packers win. Well, at least you got a win today. Just a little bitter still, a little bitter. I just pre-ordered that Joker set on Amazon so I can cancel it later and stick them with the stock. I'm trying to think of what Joker set. Oh, I got you. The Murray Studio set. I got you. Looking forward to that Tweeterhead Batgirl. Yeah, I think everybody's going to really like her. Again, I think we're going to be seeing more reveals soon. At least fingers crossed. But I guess we'll find out. Again, I'm anxious to hear from Chad. Joker moment. Kim says, Paula, purple is my favorite color. The Ravens is my favorite bird and love Edgar Allan Poe. So I don't know if I can let any of those dirty birds go. Well, there you go. Well said, Kim. Badman, hey, Chris, thinking of picking up the Hot Toys Bat Tumbler. I know you're a fan of the Nolan trilogy. I'm surprised you haven't picked it up. Not your thing. So, Badman, I always appreciate the vehicles. The Tumbler is my second favorite Batman vehicle. I love the 89 Batmobile. That's my favorite. But at the end of the day, I just don't do the vehicles. I prefer, and I have had a few vehicles here and there, but I just prefer the figures. I just prefer the characters themselves. And I don't always feel like, if you have a 3rd scale Batman and then a 10th scale or a 6th scale Bat Tumbler or whatever, I just don't feel like they always pair up very well. Now I probably could, fit them on my bottom shelf or something, but I'm not interested. I'm just not interested in those, but I do appreciate them from afar, and I think they're awesome. And I love the Batmobiles, but I go for the figures. Jimmy G in the house, Godlike Statues. Hello to you. I hope you're doing great, Jimmy. Happy Sunday night. Again, it's always depressing Sunday night. Punchline equals the new pudding. I think you meant the new pudding. Yeah. I love it. Don't let Paula hear that. Justin says, do you think they'll include a Jim Lee style head sculpt for Riddler to fit in with the Hush line like they did with Joker? It's possible, but I don't really think the suit is going to be very Hush-like. I wish that they did a Hush Riddler. I think that that's what everybody's wanting. I think that we are going to get a Hush Riddler style from Legendary Beast. So I might not buy the Prime one. I might just hold out for the Legendary Beast and see what they do. Because I think that'll be a little bit more like what I'm wanting. But, I don't know. I've only seen the head sculpts I had and the initial kind of cartoon teasers that they did. So I'm optimistic, but I'm just not 100% sure yet. I don't know. I just don't think a Jim Lee portrait would fit with the costume that they're doing. Austin says, my head is full of speculation for the big Tweeterhead announcement. Can't wait. Thanks for being a part of it, Chris. Yeah, it's something that I've known about for the last maybe 3 months or so. And it was going to originally be on Halloween. And there were some logistic things that were happening behind the scenes. Had a chance to have dinner with Chad in New York. So that was really cool to be able to, again, just kind of have some insights into the companies and into the businesses, how things are going. And I am very excited about this announcement. I think a lot of collectors will be excited about the announcement. And we're actually going to be, I believe, taping it on Tuesday. So it'll air on Thanksgiving. Not this coming Thursday, but a week from Thursday. And I can't wait. I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to surprise a lot of people. And I want to thank Tweeterhead for letting me be the one to break it. That's even cooler. Extreme Gamer Collector 23 says, I agree, Chris. I'm scared as heck on pricing for Kratos 1/3 scale in Final Fantasy. It kind of goes back to my tariff video. If you guys watch that video, it really comes down to just overall price. At this point, we have to, if we want anything, we have to be very choosy. We're probably very limited in what we can get. If I started this channel right now, I wouldn't have this collection. Like, this would not be something I would be able to pull off. This collection is based on, again, 8 years of collecting, or maybe even longer. And just, again, continuing to let the hobby fund itself, as I say. But it is disappointing because these things are so expensive and not everybody can get it, unfortunately. I wish everybody could get everything they want. But I feel for collectors right now because the pricing's so crazy. Jimmy says, I have the Prime 189 Batman pre-order, but the cape really bothers me. LOL. Chris, are you still getting? Yes, it is on its way. It is being shipped to me. I don't like the way it folds, so I'll probably just have the cape down, and I'll have it across the way from my Blitzway Catwoman, probably right here on this podium for the time being. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Nerd without order. Batman is after you for whatever reason. What villain do you want to protect you? Joker. Joker's not going to let me die. Everybody else wants to kill the Batman, but Joker doesn't. Batman's too much fun. So I would pick the Joker because he, in his insane ways, he would protect me. Agree or disagree? Let me know your thoughts. I hope Chad will add a Neil Adams style longer-eared head sculpt on that retro Batman. Maybe. That would actually be a great point. Maybe we can bring that up to him. Changes can still be made at this point. Rooks. I hope I said that. Rooks. I hope I said your name right. I love the two Bat caves with the powered screens and the Bat computers. Goodbye, extra days in Vegas. I like the... Are you talking about the Prime One piece? I like that as well, if that's the one you're talking about. Hi, Manuel's in the house. Hi, Chris. Any plans for a company to make a Colin Farrell penguin? Imagine a J&D 1/3 scale. I don't think Prime One has any interest, at least not initially. Maybe because of the show, they would go there. Maybe through Blitzway. I don't know. I think that there would be some desire to have a Colin Farrell. I would even take a Sophia Falcone at this point. I think that I loved those two characters. I love the show. Thanks everybody that watched the show today. It was really fun to talk to those guys. We haven't had a lot of viewership on that video, but it was a lot of fun to talk about Penguin. So if you are interested in Penguin, check out the video today. But I think J&D would probably be the top contender to go there at this point, just because they are pretty much strictly movies. I don't know. Never say never. But I haven't heard of anybody wanting to make him yet. But my ear is always to the ground. Paula says, if she's pudding, then she done Chris stuff in the edge of the bowl. Oh, I love it. John 678 says, hey, Chris, have you read the new Absolute Batman yet? Wondering if a statue of him will ever be made. Yeah, of course it will. Prime One always seems to love doing the alternate takes. Yeah, I would imagine that they will do some version of that at some point. And Absolute's done well. I have not read it. I do not have a local comic book shop, so I always am kind of slow to the uptake, so to speak. But I do think that it's something I will probably read at some point. It's just I don't like the Elseworld stuff. Like I don't really care when Superman and I like just Batman grounded in Gotham City, no superheroes, just him fighting crime, fighting the mob or whatever, and using his smarts, using his resources. That's why I like Batman. So I've never really gotten into the Justice League stuff or any of that, and I know that Absolute has some of that. You have. Hey, Chris, I think you mentioned that Jay Lee gave you a bit of an idea on what his thought process was on the original you got from him. The Great Headshot. Can you share what he told you? I can't remember. If he did tell me something, I can't remember. I'm trying to think of we had a good conversation and I got to watch him paint it, which was really neat. I mean, just to be able to watch somebody paint your commission or draw your commission, that's really special. But yeah, I don't remember the story. I apologize if I did. I feel bad now. I feel bad. I can't remember. When are we going to hear about that Hush Catwoman? Do you think the Say Cheese Joker would look good with the Hush line? Oh, yeah. I mean, I consider my Joker back there a Hush Joker. I have the Jim Lee head sculpt on it. I have the Bang flag. So I absolutely consider that a Hush piece. So again, that's why you have Hush, Batman, Joker, and ivy kind of all hanging back there. I do have the Bermejo Catwoman. Bermejo Catwoman would move over to the other side if and when Prime One ever has that Hush Catwoman. However, what I did hear is that they had her basically printed and they decided to go back and tweak some things. They wanted to improve her. So I think that's probably what the delay is. But hopefully we'll still see her. Prime One continues to tell me that nothing's scrapped. It's just everything was put on hold just because they don't have a lot of confidence in DC. Socks, tell Tweeterhead we want these Skull Thugs from Returns. That would actually be really cool. That'd be pretty neat, actually. That would be cool. Joker would not protect you. He's the only one he feels is worthy of Batman's attention. He uses you as bait, dude. Well, I'm probably dead either way if everybody's coming after me. Because I'm not really Batman. I'm like the Batman statue collector. I don't know. He would use me. I know. I feel like Joker would kill you the moment he realized that Batman wasn't falling for his trick. I mean, you guys might be right. I don't know. It's a 7:30. It's a love-hate, it's a love-hate thing. The current Prime 1/3 has a portrait that looks very similar to the show's Penguin. Yeah. That's it's true. Again, I just don't know if they would do that particular Penguin. I would love to see them do it. Eric S. says, when Chris is slowing down on statue collecting, the hobby is in trouble. I'm definitely slowing down. Pieces and spaces are my issues. And I feel like that's the hardest part for me is, you guys know me. I try to be the most positive person out there. Like, I try to always see the bright things out there, the good side of life. And that's just the way I try to live my life, to always see, the good things. But it's been difficult this year. It has been hard to be upbeat. It's been hard to get excited. And I think a lot of you guys are feeling that. But yeah, the hobby is in trouble at times. We're seeing companies shut down. We're seeing companies have financial problems. We're seeing this, and this. And so, yeah, it is hard. It is, when so much was being revealed and so much was coming out on time, there was more to get excited about. And again, that's why I've pivoted to collecting the art. That's, again, my Finch wall behind this monitor is really my favorite thing in my collection. So if everything had to go, I have this wall, that I can look at these illustrations that my favorite artist did for me. So that's exciting. But in terms of the statue collecting stuff, there's still a lot of optimism from the companies. And I think the companies are still going to bring out some really great things. But yeah, it's just been kind of a bummer of a year. And so I'm going to still continue to stay positive as best as I can. But I mean, I'm just being brutally honest. Like there's been times where I'm kind of checking out a little bit. Because there has been a big lull, Christopher, hey Chris, general question: have you had any issues with Prime One not helping with the broken statue when it arrives? If so, any suggestions on next steps? I have not. And like some people have said, oh, you've got a replacement because you're the Batman statue collector, blah blah blah. They don't know that. They have no idea. When I talk to them, they have no idea because I'm just Chris. I'm not. So I have had good luck with Prime One. I think I mean, like my Joker on the Batman versus Joker diorama came broken. They sent me a whole new Joker body. So I've had some good luck. So I would just reach out to them and see what you got. Finch needs to come on and do a live commission with you. We actually talked about that at dinner, and I don't know if he was just trying to be nice, but it would be really cool. It'd be really neat. LOL, no worries. Awesome. Original, man. I love the composition, contrast, everything. Part of the fun can be imagining what the story is behind that Jay Lee original. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just can't remember the story. Ash and Nate, what's up? What's up? Thank you for being here. Thank you again for being a member. Appreciate you guys. What's up? Another member just popped in. We got Just Watching in the house. Happy Sunday. Watching, I got the Queen Studios 1/3 bale with alternate base. Don't need it. Would you like it? Okay, I got the Queen Studios actually, I have that base. Got J&D version. Don't need both. You can have the Queen Studios for free if you'd like. That was really awesome. But yeah, I do have the alternate base. I'm assuming where you can put the Joker and Batman together. I don't have it on display. It's actually in storage right now. But I do appreciate the offer. That was so kind of you, man. That's so awesome. This is why this community is so great. Everybody's so awesome. Douchebag 16 again. I crack up every time. Chris, I'm not mistaken. You own a Gotham by Gaslight statue, and I believe you've expressed your love for that story. Hate to break it to you, but that's considered the first DC Elseworld story. I know that. And I remember reading it when I was younger, and great storyline. Yeah, I do. I have the sideshow one. It's right there. It's a great statue. But yeah, you're exactly right. It is Elseworld. But I still feel like it's kind of rooted in more just like Gotham City, you know what I mean? There's not like Green Lantern flying around. John, you think if Bruce Wayne ever saw your collection, he would be freaked out or moved? Same question for the Joker. Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I mean, hopefully he appreciates the love that I put into this room. You know. The Punchline sketch portrait behind me reminds me of Betty Page. I think there's probably some inspiration, with just the haircut. Yeah, I think beautiful. I'm not sure what that word's supposed to be. I have blank had any issues. Maybe I have not had any issues with Prime One. They've always worked with me and provided options. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Again, I've not really heard of negative things. Sometimes people complain about the customer service, but I haven't really seen that. Also want to give a shout out to Eric, that's now working with Tweeterhead as their customer service. He worked with Sideshow for a long time, and so I'm really excited because he knows his stuff. Omar, it's crazy that everyone is saying collecting is struggling, but companies keep putting out expensive pieces. There has to be buyers out there buying these expensive pieces we're unaware of. I think a lot of the pieces are being purchased in the Asian markets. I think less in the United States, which, again, it is what it is. They're still producing these things because there are collectors that are buying, but you can really tell because of the edition size. The edition sizes on these things, where maybe it used to be 1,500, now it's 150. Big product loss, in terms of revenue coming in for the companies. Maybe you should shift your focus to custom statues. It's still just not my MO. I still love to support the licensed pieces. But again, I've got 3 custom pieces. I've got a 4th one coming. Got a Harley Quinn coming that I'm excited about. And so I don't feel like I'll ever pivot to that. Did we ever get a tour of Matt's Jim Lee commission? I don't think we did. Maybe we need to get an update from Matt. 7 foot tall Chief Jeff says, hi, good evening. 2 years, and I have had bad luck with Prime One and no signs of tri-eye from Marcos. Again, you always have to consider that the third-party sellers, we're talking everybody. We're talking Spec. We're talking Collector Zone. We're talking all of them. They have to wait to get them. Like, there is a long waiting process to get the stuff because they have to fill up containers. Once the container's filled up from all the different companies or whatever, then it's shipped over here. It takes like 2 or 3 months. So those companies, they are phenomenal companies to order from, but you can't be in a hurry, especially with stuff from I think maybe like Sideshow and some of the North America, South America companies get stuff out quicker to us. But the Asian market, I feel like it takes a long time to get to people. So you'll get your tri-eye, but just be patient. Shiny says, in response to you not feeling positive about the hobby, I've got my second real estate. Sorry, I don't know why I read that real estate. I've got my second real statue on the way in a couple of weeks. I think these things are amazing, like huge 3D artworks blow my mind. And it's great to hear that because that means you're a new collector. And I love to hear that there's still passion in this hobby. I love to hear that from people. I love when I see passion from like old school collectors like me, but like to see somebody new you literally are shiny. You are a shiny new collector, and to see you get excited and to see you have that passion, like I'm getting goosebumps right now, because that's what means so much to me in this hobby, is the community, being able to share in other people's joy. There's so much negativity out there that even though that, like, I'm feeling, I don't know, I'm just not feeling things right now. Like, I'm kind of like in this zone where I'm just like, not feeling stuff. Trying to like listen to Christmas music. I'm not feeling it this year. Like, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just like I'm going through some things. But I do think that there is still life in this hobby. It's just that maybe we're cynical. We've been around so long. We're tired of the pricing, because we had it good. Back whenever I started collecting a premium format, it was, $300, $250, $300. So, to see the prices of these things skyrocket, I feel bad for new collectors, because I wish you could have had it as good as we had it. Why do you have a statue in storage when you have all that room? It's not a statue. It's a base. Paula, it let Batman and Joker sit right in front of each other instead of it being on two separate bases. But I like the two separate bases because I have them on two separate pedestals. You can see the other Batman right there. So that's why it's just a flat base. It was a customized flat base that Queen Studios made. Crickets. Vamish Andrew says, hey, what's up, BSC? How do you feel about monthly payment plans? Do you think it's one of those things that's helpful, or do you think that if you can't afford it up front, don't get it at all? I think that it helps collectors. It's a nice option to have, but don't buy anything if it's beyond your means. I think that's where some collectors have gotten in trouble. I have never used a payment plan. I save. I put it in my checking account and I just let it sit. I pay the deposit and then I pay it. If I know that I'm not going to have that money, I'm not going to buy it. So again, that's just my philosophy. I don't want anybody to ever get in trouble, financial trouble. But I do think it can be helpful. I mean, if you think the money's going to be there, then go for it. But if you can't afford it, and you're like wondering, like, when I get to my fifth payment, will I have the money? If you're questioning that, maybe don't get it yet. John Ban, sorry for being late. Greetings from the Windy City. Not late at all. But I'm probably not going to go as long tonight. But I do want to thank 98 people. This is a great crowd tonight on Sunday night. Thank you guys for being here. Again, I can't thank you guys enough for you guys showing up, for your passion of this hobby. And again, like I was saying just a second ago, like, even though some of us at times are in that downward valley of how we feel about the hobby, it's all of you that just lift us right back up. There's, again, being able to experience the joy from other people and other collectors means a lot to me. So thank you, everybody, for being here. If you would do me a favor, hit the like button. That really does help us tremendously. And if you're watching and haven't subscribed, please do that as well. John says, Absolute Batman is very grounded in Gotham. I'd argue even more grounded than OG Batman. The whole gimmick is Batman, but he's poor. No other heroes and none of the villains. Okay, well, I'm willing to check it out. I appreciate that, John. I maybe I'm hearing things wrong. I thought like Superman was involved, and maybe I'm hearing wrong. There's obviously no shortage of buyers. The statue hobby is still going strong. Fewer people buying means lower ES and higher prices, which means more exclusives and value equal win. I think some collectors feel that way. I think some collectors don't feel that way. And that's why there have been a lot of collectors that have left. But there's still a lot still standing, and that's good. Obviously, lower ES is not good for the companies, which can teeter on them folding. So it's a difficult time right now because there's just a lot of what's the term? A lot of blank in the air, like a lot of moving pieces in the air. What's that term? I can't think. A lot of, like, when you're juggling and there's like maybe a lot of balls in the air. I don't know. What's that saying? Am I going crazy here? Anyone getting anything fun in this week? I found a lot, and I mean a lot of the sideshow prints I missed out on. All of them are coming in this week. How much wall space do you have, Josh? It's awesome, though. Come hang out with us for some live unboxing and you'll get excited again. Well, there you go. That's right. Maybe, and again, it's just a lull of stuff coming in, you know? That's exciting. Congratulations on that bus. That bus is really awesome. It turned out so great. Really great. Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations. I've been collecting for 4 years, and I always see pieces that excite me every year. Has its ups and downs, but I'm happy to be along for the ride. Making space for new pieces is the only issue I have. And again, like I really try to get, and not everybody agrees with me. Some people hate me about this. They're like, how could you not keep every piece you've ever owned? Do you not love them? And I'm like, I enjoy them while they're here. All of this is stuff. Life, guys, is fleeting. We don't take any of this stuff with us. So enjoy what you can while you can, right? Collect what you love what you love. And that's okay. But yeah, making space, some pieces have to go. And I'm always thinking, okay, which piece could go if I need it? If I tomorrow went down to a smaller collection room, I would have to give a hard look at the pieces I have and be like, okay, which pieces could go into that little room or not? Some would have to go. You know, it's just that's just the way it is. Like, I'm not attached to any of the stuff, but it is difficult to make that choice sometimes of what has to go. Brad says, good evening, Chris. So this Tweeterhead announcement on Thanksgiving is to announce you are joining the company as an official role. Haha, I can't think of what else this might be. No, somebody actually like made a comment the other day about, I think maybe on my Tweeterhead video or something. They're like, it's like, oh, you know, you're working with them, you're doing this, you're under contract with them. I'm not. I mean, that would be awesome. If I could work for Tweeterhead, that would be amazing. You know, come on, like, Chad, why didn't you ask me to be your customer service? I would have been great at that. But you know, it's like one of those things, and people would trust me and trust Tweeterhead, you know, but whatever. But anyway, you know, it's like, I do not work with Tweeterhead. We have a very great friendship, and I believe in the company. And so, you know, I've never directly worked with anyone. I've never been under contract with anyone. I have had companies send me prototypes and stuff to review and send on. So I've been really lucky in that regard. But no, I've never been under contract with Tweeterhead. But that would be pretty cool. Chat, call me. Supe has his own absolutes. Okay, so maybe that's where I'm getting confused. Maybe. Which comic book artists are on your wish list to meet, or like statues? I want a Capullo. I want a Capullo statue. I want more Finch statues. More Jim Lee statues. But in terms of like artists that I haven't met, I've met everybody. I have met everybody. I mean, you could. Again, that cow proves it. Like, that was literally just from one show in New York. But I'm excited. In MegaCon, we're going to meet Gabriel Delato, and definitely wanting to meet him. Maybe you're not excited because you have almost everything you want, and that might be true. I hadn't really looked at it that way. There's definitely characters I still want, but yeah, I am happy where I'm at. And maybe you're right. I don't know. I guess I'm getting to an age where I'm starting to be like, do I really need all this stuff? Like, do I need it? It's so much fun to collect, but do I need it? You know what I mean? I don't know what I said. Hopefully it was, I guess it was good if I said it. Thinning out the collection is the hardest thing to do. I mean, yeah, it's not easy. But yeah, again, it's just stuff at the end of the day. So you just have to pick and choose which pieces mean more to you. Do you think Slideshow is switching their direction to cater more to elite collectors? An example is pricing the new Wolverine Weapon X statue at shockingly high price. I don't. I mean, yes and no. I think that all companies are going to be targeting anybody that's left. I think that's their target. I think in the old days, it used to be to bring in new collectors. I think today it's to bring in hardcore collectors. I don't think that's going to be the standard pricing. I don't know why that one was so much. It was disappointing that it was so much, but I don't think that's the norm. I hear the same thing about selling. I've sold dozens of statues over the years, and it's never bothered me much. I still appreciate whatever I have at the current moment. Yeah, and again, like I don't grow too attached. To me, it's just art. It's a gallery. Pieces come in, pieces go out. I've said that for years. I'm sure you guys are tired of me saying it. I appreciate the things while I have, and there's pieces that would be really difficult for me to let go just because of, just like history. Like think about like the Bat bike. Okay, I've got the Bat bike back there. It's not something that I look at every day. It gets lost back there, to be honest. I love the piece, but the reason why I love it is because I got to do it with Dan. Dan came up here. We surprised everyone. And that was the first time I got to meet him, to me, it's the friendships. To me, it's the interactions that we have, the interactions we have at Comic-Con. It's just those are the things that mean the most to me. Getting stopped over 80 times in New York to say, hey, I love the channel. Let's get a picture together, like that. Those kind of things are more memorable to me than any of the statues. But when I look at that particular statue, I think of Dan, and just because it's like that, to me, that's the best part of this hobby is the friendships. I'm a 49-year-old man, and no one shares any interest in my collection. My friends, my family, coworkers, kind of a lonely hobby. Thanks for the community you provide, Chris. And it goes back to exactly what I was just saying. Like, people in my life do not care about this stuff. They don't care about my collection. They might come and look at it or say, oh, that's cool. But it is a very lonely hobby. It really is. And so, again, to me, the best part is being able to grow this community so people can find each other, can find the friendships. Again, some of my best friends in my life are people that I've met through this community. And I wouldn't trade that for the world. And so it is a lonely hobby because most people don't understand it. They don't understand the love that we have for art. And I think there are a lot of art lovers. Like if you buy a Picasso, like, oh, I get it. It's a cool painting, but they don't understand painted rock. They don't understand our connection to these things. And so it's not for everybody, but again, the community is really, truly what I'm most proud of. And I didn't start communities. Like I didn't start there was groups of people before I came along, but I am specifically proud of the Batman statue collecting community because, and not just saying that you collect Batman, but just like our core group of people, like people that are watching, the 100 people watching right now, like the people that show up, that talk about the stuff they love, that they focus on the positivity, they focus on the friendships and providing positive feedback and not trashing people and not bringing other people down to make you feel better and mightier. That truly is what I'm most proud of. If this channel ended tomorrow, that is what I would be most proud of is bringing so much positivity and so many people together. Very proud of that. I haven't been able to get rid of any pieces, so I'm building a theater. There you go, Rick. So yeah, I mean that's the thing is something's either got to go. Either you got to build a bigger room or you have to sell stuff. I have less room than you, LOL, but I've triple stacked them and put them behind statues on the bottom shelf. So when are you putting yours up? I'm still got a few. I've got like 5 things to hang up. I know. See, if I quit talking to you guys, I could be hanging up stuff right now. Oh, would you leave your current career to work in the industry like Sideshow? If I could do it from here, yeah, I would. I love what I do. I love being able to help people. I have been in the people helping business for a long time, 35 years or so, maybe longer. It's just something I've always done. And so it's like, I definitely have a calling. I have a passion for that sort of thing, but it is a stressful job. And so working for Sideshow, I would love that. it would be a dream to work for a company just because this is the stuff I love. Like this is, somebody the other day said that they love going to work because it's what they love to do. And I would love to be able to say that every day. There are days where I could say it, but there's a lot of days where I'm like, oh, ready to retire. I'm tired of dealing with the stuff that we have to deal with sometimes. But I always think like, if I don't do it, who's going to do it? That's one of those things. And there's always going to be, I mean, in the long run, we're all cogs in a wheel, we're all very replaceable. But yeah, I would love to do something like that I would really have a passion for. How long did you keep Hush Superman? I think a couple months. It wasn't very long. I wanted it to work, but I didn't really have a place. I had him over here on the floor, and that was going to end up blocking my Finch stuff. So I'm like, nope, not for me. But I'm glad I finally got to have it, at least for a little while. But again, it's, things come, things go. My Prime 189 is a decent statue at best. Does look like Keaton. Do I think J&D will make a Keaton version? I'm a J&D lover. I would imagine so. I'm actually kind of amazed that they haven't, but they did do the Catwoman. So if they can get Keaton's likeness, then yeah, I'm excited. I hope they do a Returns. I would consider getting a J&D Returns. I would imagine, yes. Love collecting, unboxing the statues, but really hate the credit card statement. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it's almost like one of those things where, sorry, my eyes have been dry all day. I went out for a walk and I went to the K-State game yesterday, and it just dried my eyes out something crazy. To me, it's like the thrill of the hunt. It's like one of those things where you are excited about the pre-order, you're excited about the reveal, you're excited about anticipating, and then you have to wait 2 years and you have to pay thousands of dollars or whatever. It's like, ugh, it's just a lot. That's really the bummer. Are you still happy you built the Bat Bunker? Yes, I am. This space is really special. At times, like where I see these empty shelves, I think, well, maybe I just built it too big. And because again, like, think of all the money it's going to cost to fill those in, So there are times that I'm happy about it. There are times where I'm like, well, maybe I just should have stayed and not spent all this money building this thing, because this room was very expensive. But sometimes a smaller space can be nice too, because then it really gets you to think about what pieces you want the most and which pieces could really fit in that space. I think of like Jeff Delaney. Jeff Delaney's always wanting a bigger space, but he only has the space to work with. So he has to really think, about what's the most important to him. Did you ever meet Amanda Connor at her Harley? I've seen Amanda, but I've not met her. Sorry, man, my eyes are just going crazy. Sorry about that, guys. I have not met her. I've seen her, but I've not met her. Her booth was like super busy. It's hard for me to sell. That's why I'm so picky, because selling is such a hassle, dealing with breakages, shipping, sometimes even scammers. So I try my best not to sell. That's why I'm selective now. I don't blame you. Chris, you're getting to that age. I've been at that mind since I was a little kid. I'm shocked and a bit disappointed in myself for now desiring expensive items. And yeah, again, I don't know if it's just, maybe midlife crisis time for the BSC. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't feel like I need as much stuff. When do you think we'll see Sideshow's Man Bat painted? I would imagine soonish. Yeah, I put some lotion on my face, and I think that's what's now in my eye. All right, now maybe this is my notification that I need to wrap it up here. I was only going to do 30 minutes, and we've gone almost an hour. Hey, Chris, I have the possibility of getting the last XM Studios White Knight on Bat Cycle at Spec Fiction. I've watched all your reviews and wondering if I should pull the trigger. It's a great piece. And I don't see anything like that being made again. So I would go for it if it speaks to you and you have the room and the money, go for it. Oh, my eye's killing me. I got to go wash my eye out. If Jay Anita is Michael Keaton Batman, are you buying? It's definitely a possibility. It would just depend on the price. You could always cover up those bottom spaces and have them look like their old shelves. Yeah, like build something out. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. Could make like walls. Sounds to me, Chris, you're in a great spot where you have most of your wants. Maybe that's why you feel this way. And again, I think that's true. I think that like I can look at my collection and be like, if I never got another statue again, I would be okay. Do I still love the hunt? Yes, I still love the new stuff coming out. I've got to quit rubbing my eye, making it worse. But yeah, but I think you're exactly right. I think you're exactly right. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta go wash my eye out. I don't know what's going on with my eye, but I'm turning into one-eyed Willie or something. I don't know. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great week. Again, Wednesday, Rogues Gallery Live. Please join us. Chad from Tweeterhead will be on it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, again, I hope everybody has a great week. Continue to be good to yourself. Have good, positive mental self-worth. And just continue to put more positivity out in the world if you can. We need it. Love you guys. See you soon in the Batcave. See you Wednesday night. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Sorry about my eye. Bye, everybody. Good night.